Welcome to AI Insights. I'm sure you've heard the news. Today, we're diving into the world of artificial intelligence to debunk some common myths and misconceptions. AI is everywhere these days, from our smartphones to self-driving cars, and it's rapidly changing the way we live and work. But with all the hype surrounding AI, it's easy to get caught up in exaggerated claims and dystopian scenarios. So in this video, we're going to separate fact from fiction and give you a clear understanding of what AI is truly capable of. We'll be tackling some of the biggest myths about AI, like whether it will take over all our jobs, if it's always accurate, and if it can actually think like a human. By the end of this video, you'll have a much better grasp on the realities of AI and its potential impact on our future. Let's get started.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Will AI steal your job? It's a question a lot of us are asking, and the answer, like most things tech, is complicated. It's easy to see why people are worried. We see AI doing incredible things we once thought were exclusive to humans. But here's the thing. While AI is definitely changing the job market, it's not necessarily a job-stealing apocalypse. Think about it. When ATMs were first introduced, people freaked out, thinking bank tellers would be out of work. But did that happen? Not really. Instead, the role of bank tellers evolved. They went from primarily handling cash transactions to providing more complex financial advice and customer service. That's kind of how I see AI impacting jobs. It's not about replacement, it's about augmentation. Think of AI as a powerful tool that can handle repetitive, data-heavy tasks, freeing up humans to focus on things that require creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. Take the medical field, for example. AI can analyze medical images with incredible accuracy, helping doctors diagnose diseases earlier. But it won't replace the doctor's role in providing empathy, explaining treatment options, and making critical decisions based on experience and intuition. The same goes for many other industries. AI can automate tasks in manufacturing, customer service, and even creative fields like music and art, but it's unlikely to completely replace the need for human skills and expertise. In fact, AI is even creating new job categories we haven't even thought of yet. We'll need people to develop AI systems, train them, interpret their output, and ensure they're used ethically and responsibly. So will AI change the job landscape? Absolutely. Will it completely steal all our jobs? Unlikely. The key is to adapt, learn new skills, and embrace the ways AI can enhance our capabilities.
Now let's talk about another big misconception: AI infallibility. We're often bombarded with headlines about AI achieving superhuman accuracy in everything from image recognition to language translation. It's easy to start thinking of AI as this flawless, all-knowing entity. But here's the reality check. AI is only as good as the data it's trained on. Think of AI like a student. If you feed it a textbook full of errors, it's going to learn the wrong information. The same goes for AI systems. If they're trained on biased or incomplete data, their output will reflect those biases. Remember that time a few years back when an AI-powered beauty contest app showed a preference for lighter skin tones? That's a prime example of AI bias stemming from the data it was trained on. The dataset likely lacked diversity, leading the AI to make flawed judgments. And it's not just limited to things like beauty standards. AI bias can have real-world consequences in areas like criminal justice, healthcare, and financial lending. Let's say an AI system is used to predict recidivism rates. If it's trained on data that already contains biases against certain demographics, it might unfairly label individuals as high risk based on factors other than their actual behavior. That's why it's crucial to be aware of potential biases in AI systems and to constantly evaluate and improve their fairness and accuracy. We can't just blindly trust AI's output. We need to understand its limitations and potential pitfalls. So, next time you hear about some amazing AI breakthrough, remember that behind every algorithm there's a team of humans making choices about data, training, and deployment. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a magic bullet, and it's definitely not infallible. All right, let's dive into one of the most fascinating and debated aspects of AI consciousness. Can AI actually think and feel like us? Science fiction loves to portray AI as sentient beings capable of experiencing emotions, forming relationships, even rebelling against their creators. But in the real world, AI is nowhere near that level of sophistication. While AI can process information, learn, and even generate creative outputs, it doesn't do so with conscious awareness. Think about it this way. Your smartphone can recognize your face, understand your voice commands, and even recommend music you might like. But it doesn't mean your phone is self-aware or understands the emotions behind those songs. It's simply following instructions and making calculations based on the data it has access to. AI, even in its most advanced forms, operates on a similar principle. It excels at pattern recognition, data analysis, and problem solving. But it doesn't experience the world or understand concepts like love, fear, or joy in the way humans do. Now, I'm not saying that AI achieving consciousness is impossible. The field is constantly evolving, and who knows what the future holds. But for now, it's important to separate the hype from reality. AI can mimic human-like responses and behaviors, but that doesn't equate to genuine consciousness. So, while we marvel at AI's ability to translate languages, write poems, and even compose music, let's remember that it's doing so without the same level of understanding and subjective experience that we possess.
We've all heard the saying, garbage in, garbage out. Well, the same principle applies to AI, maybe even more so. One of the biggest concerns surrounding AI is the potential for bias, and it's a valid concern. AI systems learn from the data they're fed, and if that data is biased, the AI will inherit and even amplify those biases. Now, this isn't some inherent flaw in the concept of AI itself. It's more about the data we use to train these systems. Think about it like this. Imagine teaching an AI to recognize different types of shoes. If you only show it pictures of sneakers and high heels, it might struggle to identify a pair of loafers or sandals. It's not that the AI is inherently biased against loafers. It's just that it hasn't been exposed to enough diverse data to form a complete understanding. The same goes for more complex scenarios. If an AI used for loan applications is trained on data that reflects historical biases in lending practices, it might unfairly deny loans to people from certain demographics even if their creditworthiness is sound. The good news is that there's a growing awareness of this issue, and researchers are actively developing techniques to mitigate bias in AI. One approach is to use more diverse and representative data sets for training. Another is to develop algorithms that are more transparent and accountable, allowing us to understand how they're making decisions. Ultimately, addressing AI bias requires a collaborative effort from developers, policymakers, and society as a whole. We need to be mindful of the data we use, the algorithms we create, and the potential impact these systems can have on people's lives. It's not about creating perfect bias-free AI, as that might be an impossible task. It's about being aware of the limitations, constantly evaluating for bias, and striving to create AI systems that are as fair and equitable as possible.
Okay, let's talk about the big picture. Will AI lead us to a dystopian future like we've seen in countless sci-fi movies? It's a question that sparks a lot of debate, and rightfully so. AI has the potential to be both incredibly beneficial and potentially harmful, depending on how we develop and use it. On the one hand, AI can help us solve some of humanity's biggest challenges. Imagine AI-powered systems that can diagnose diseases with greater accuracy, develop personalized treatment plans, and even predict and prevent outbreaks before they happen. Think about AI helping us combat climate change by optimizing energy consumption, reducing waste, and developing sustainable solutions. The possibilities are pretty exciting. But, and this is a big but, there are valid concerns about the potential downsides of AI. Job displacement is a big one, as we discussed earlier. Then there's the potential for misuse, with AI being used for surveillance, autonomous weaponry, and even social manipulation. These are not things we can just ignore. So, how do we navigate this complex landscape and ensure that AI is used for good? It's all about responsible development and deployment. We need clear ethical guidelines, regulations, and oversight to prevent misuse and ensure that AI benefits all of humanity. It's also about fostering a global conversation about the implications of AI and involving diverse voices in shaping its future. We need to think about things like data privacy, algorithmic transparency, and the potential societal impact of widespread AI adoption. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's something we're actively shaping through the choices we make today. It's up to us to ensure that AI is used to augment our capabilities, address global challenges, and create a more equitable and sustainable future for everyone.
Thanks for watching. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the potential of AI to transform industries to the very real concerns about bias and ethical implications. AI is a powerful tool, but it's important to remember that it's just that, a tool. It's up to us to wield it responsibly, to guide its development, and to ensure that it's used for the betterment of humanity. If you found this video helpful, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on technology and innovation. See you next time.